So Newton's first law of motion is inertia. Inertia is the tendency of a physical object to remain still or continue moving unless a force is applied. So basically, this is what it says. There's two parts to it. An object at rest is going to stay at rest, or an object in motion will stay in motion in the same direction at the same constant speed until any unbalanced forces act upon it. The motion of an object will change only if unbalanced forces act upon it. So take the soccer ball. The soccer ball is right there. It's an object at rest, so forces are balanced. Once the soccer player kicks the soccer ball, unbalanced forces will take effect and the object will be in motion. Another example is anything at rest has inertia, or Newton's first law of motion. Tectonic plates in motion are going to keep continuing in motion. And then if you look down, like if you've ever noticed the car stopping suddenly, even though you're wearing a seatbelt, just like in the picture that you see, you will still go forward. That means that the body has inertia to keep going forward until it is stopped by the seatbelt, and then the seatbelt will bring you back to your resting position. Newton's second law basically says that the greater the force on an object, the greater its rate of acceleration. So if you apply 10 newtons to 50 kilograms, it's not going to accelerate as much as if you apply 40 newtons. So basically, if you push something really hard, it's going to move more. And I think we all have experience with that. The second part of the law says the greater an object's mass, the greater force needed it. Basically, if something's bigger, you're going to need a whole lot more force or a push or pull to move it. And this is where the formula comes in. So if you're trying to calculate the acceleration of an object like this, your formula triangle is going to come in really handy. Acceleration is force divided by mass. So for example, if you have a truck has a mass of 1,500 kilograms. If a net force of 3,000 newtons is exerted on the truck, what is its acceleration? It's quite simple. You take your calculator, and it will be embedded for you, and you'll do 3,000, because that's my force, divided by my mass, which is 1,500, and that gives me my acceleration rate, which is 2 meters per second squared. The last law is Newton's third law of motion. It says for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So, in other words, on a rocket launch, the thrust is going down. That's the action. And because all that force is going down, the rocket lifts up. So it's going in an opposite direction of where the force is applied. If you look at the skater pushes with the foot in one direction, but they move in the opposite direction. Anytime things crash into each other, anytime there's pushing on each other, you're going to move the opposite direction, or the object's going to move in the opposite direction. So those are the three laws of motion.